Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunda. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creations is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around Philadelphia area. We do full service partial, month of coronations. We do planning aspect, we do decor aspect, we do destination weddings, anything pretty much corporate events, anything that need planning and decor, we handle it all. Um, I have over 10 plus years in the industry. I am a licensed flower and a master certified wedding planner, so I have a lot of experience under my belt. Thanks for joining the channel. As always, I appreciate you guys joining in and watching. It means a lot. I'm forever grateful. Even though I come up here every day to do this, but without you, then none of this would be possible. So I'm extremely grateful. Today, I'm just gonna jump right in because this is something that I really want to talk about, and that is everything you need to know about planning a destination wedding. A lot of time people jump into planning a destination wedding and don't know all the hassle and things that come along with it. um, I'm gonna take it a little slow, so maybe I might have multiple parts. If I can finish the whole thing, I doubt it. Today, it'll be good, but I really want to dive deep in it, so I will probably do as much as I can to take my time to really explain it. Because if you're doing things wrongly, it can really affect and make or break your wedding, especially when you have no idea where you're going and you're just doing research online. So, um, here we go. I'm gonna start today. So, for example, when you are planning a destination wedding, one of the most important things you need to know is the season of that country or whatever place you are going. Because here, our, we have 4 seasons. Some places had two. They have rainy season, they had dry season. So it all depends on what your things are. You need to know, especially if you're doing a beach wedding. You want to make sure the temperature is right. You want to make sure there's no hurricane season. You want to make sure you have everything before you plan a wedding. So you have to do your research and study the place that you want to go to make sure you have the things. And also you want to make sure on the availability of the location you're going to, that hotel or place you have, do they have availability to accommodate your staff. You want to take a look at the wedding location. Is this place is okay for me, for me and my guests? You want to, so those are all the things you want to make sure, because you don't want to go through a hurricane season and while your wedding is going on, and then for safety reason, a lot of things. So you need, that's the first thing you need to touch out first. Scope the location, make sure before you start to make any decision. Don't go based on the word, oh, my friend got married there and I was there and they did this or this. No, because most of the time that's what happened. A lot of people probably went there for somebody else's wedding, or went on a vacation and said, oh wow, I just want to do it. So make sure you find out every detail for yourself. And then the other thing that's most important, your guests. You don't pay for your guest accommodation. Guests normally take care of all the travel expenses. Some people used to take care of their parents or maybe something closer or something like that. But you want to make sure that when you want to give them at least a long span of time. You want to give them at least 12 months or more to let them know that you're having a destination wedding, so people can save, so they can have that information. So 12 months, you want to send a save the date. If you can send it sooner than that, to give people an idea what this wedding is going to be. You don't want to wait and then in the last minute time, and then the information, like the invitation, you want to do it 3 months before. So unlike a traditional wedding where you do things differently, with a destination wedding you need to give people enough time to properly prepare, because they are saving money. These things are not cheap. You want to give them a lot of time to come to your wedding. You just don't want to do it. And the next thing, like I said, accommodation. Most importantly, you need to give people multiple options. You need to be considerate. Yes, it's your wedding, but you do want people to come. If you didn't want them to come, you and your spouse would just go ahead and plan your wedding by yourself, and then we invite people. Sometimes people have the notion, oh, well, they can come if they want to come, they come. No, you have to be considerate of people. You have to be considerate their needs financially. Some people can afford it, some people cannot afford it. But when it's your big days, those people closer to you may want to come. And I understand sometimes people pick destination weddings because they think one is cheaper and cost less, and know they will save a lot of time. They don't have to do the whole ceremony. Sometimes that's not the case. There's a lot of moving parts that go along with a destination wedding. So if you are going to do it, make sure this is something exactly you want to do. Don't do it for the trend, or don't do it for a reason. It's really, really stressful. There's a lot of things that you have to know. So make sure that you are doing it for the right reason. And if you are doing one, you want to make sure that where you're going are all inclusive. So your couples, whatever the amount to pay, they have all that information. Make sure you book your room blocks for your couples to have exactly room blocks to make sure that you don't necessarily have to book the trip for them, but I recommend you go through them. Some people use travel agents. Sometimes the hotels or the location you're going to have this information. They have a travel person that can help accommodate it. So pretty much your role is to try to make things go as smooth as possible. Stress less with people so they don't have to be stressed out and doing everything. And another thing, for gift registry, put the grease thing out the door. People are spending maybe $1,500 to come to your wedding. You don't want them to go through the hassle talking about gift. Forget it. If I'm paying anything more than that, that's your gift already. My presence is your gift. Some people will still bring gift because that's where they are, but you have to be considerate. Put it on your website to let people know, due to what it is, nobody don't have to bring gift. If they want to, that's fine. But don't expect people, don't do a gift registry if you're already asking people to fly across the country and go into a whole nother work just to accommodate you. So be put those things into consideration as you do that. And then most important is that after you pick the location, you want to make sure that requirements, if people are bringing, some people may want to bring the kids because they cannot leave the kid with somebody for that long. Make sure they have a proper requirement for kids, what they want to do. You want to make sure that the beach is nice, whatever. If it's a beach location, you don't want to pick think about the hotel. Like I said, is it clean? Is it safe? Is it in a good environment? Sometimes people do popular resorts. Those are things that's it's okay. Don't If you're doing a private, some people, maybe you grew up on the islands, or maybe you grew up in that location. If you have a family home in this destination place you want to do your wedding, that's sweet. Just make sure they can accommodate your guests. If not, find a hotel nearby that can accommodate these people that you bring in, because make sure that it's comfortable for their relationship preferences and your sexual preferences, everything. You want to make sure that you don't want to have a wedding somewhere that's not going to welcome you. So when you're picking that location, make sure orders, you have to ask the right questions. Remember, you're not in America, you're going somewhere else. So make sure everything you want, from the religion, the sexual preference, like everything you need to know, every question that is to ask, you want to make sure you ask all those questions, just to make sure you're on the safe side before you sign that dotted line and book to that. And then another thing is that keep in mind that your hotels, not all hotels are close by. You want to make sure that hotel at least within a 10 to 15 miles radius from where your location is going to be. As I said, sometimes easier you can do a resort. Some people may not want to do the resort because it's expensive, but you can find in a cheaper hotel outside of that if they don't want to use that location. As I said, be accountable. Make sure you're giving people multiple options to do those things, and also let people ahead of time know. Make sure, do they need a passport, do they need what do they need to travel based on where it is that you're going. So you want to make sure that people have all these proper things. And in regards to you want to save, and because as I said, you are not there, you don't know the vendors, you don't know anything, you don't know nobody. So in regards to your flowers, maybe you want to use use the local flowers of that time. Don't try to do something else. Find, you can research local place online. Be careful of scam, because sometimes people may try to scam you because they know you're not from there. Work with the vendors. The venue can be one of your best resources, people that can give you a lot of information. Be prepared to be on the phone a lot if you choose to. But my recommendation is always to hire a planner, because a planner will be able to make those phone calls, check all the dial things, and do everything for you. Make sure they have everything that you need. They know how to research people. They have contact with multiple people. But one thing you have to understand, if you're hiring a planner, you need to you will be responsible for the travel costs and the travel stuff, the staff. So that's another. Not only are you going to pay for their fee, you have to pay for that travel cost and all the responsibility that it takes for them to get there, because they are doing all the leg and work for you. You want to make sure that everything is okay for them. So put that in mind for the budget. If you do not have that in the budget, you can go ahead and work with the on-site coordinator there, and they will help. But as I said, this is going to be a big topic. I want to take my time to go into it. Tomorrow I will continue on some of the things you need to know when you are hiring a wedding pro or wedding professional or wedding florist. But thanks for watching. Tomorrow we'll go back with part 2, and I will see how much I can get in, and if we don't finish, we'll go on to part 3. But I really want to take my time and dive deep into this so it don't feel rushed, so you can get all the information that you need. But once again, thanks for watching. My name is Linda Gunner. You can follow me on my website, www.lyndaperfect.creationsevents.com. Thank you and have an amazing day.